And a most pleasant good Friday, everyone. My name is Jewel, and this is J7409 Weather, the weather news that you can use. Of course, we're looking at my future radar. This is for today till around 1 a.m. Saturday morning. Weather headlines. We got heavy rain across the Gulf Coast states, as you can see. They're going to persist through the morning hours, and they should not come up any further north than about Midway, South Carolina, and move on off the coastline. Now we've got some much needed snowfall across the Sierra Nevada, Wasatch, and Four Corners area going into this weekend. Heavy lake effect snows are expected downwind of the Great Lakes today and tonight. As you can see, the snow is moving on through. Once again, this is for today till around 1 a.m. tomorrow morning. This is what you can expect to be headed your way. If you're into the weather, please subscribe if you haven't done so. Click subscribe, click that bell, and then check off all to ensure you get all my latest weather videos. I know everyone is, especially in eastern North Carolina, maybe eastern Virginia, wondering if we're going to get some snow. Well, tracking a snow system is kind of like tracking a hurricane, folks. You see it there, you have to see what's trending, then you have to look at a general forecast, and we're going to get into all of that in just a moment. Before we get into that, though, let's go through and see today's forecast and what may be happening coming up this weekend. We do have watches, warnings, and hazardous weather advisories already posted. They're in the community page. You guys should know by now how to find that. I'll post it. Click show more and you can find a link to go to it. I do also want to say, as I turn this on, coming up, looking like some of these systems that are going to be moving through. All right, Jersey Dolphins, you may get some snow. It's not going to be a big snow out, but you may be getting some snow. So just keep your eyes on the map, and here we go. We got a mid to upper level trough. It's going to gradually be steering out across the Gulf Coast states, which is going to bring some areas of moderate to locally heavy rainfall across the region. Now, generally, this rainfall is going to be quite beneficial, and there will not be any concerns for any flooding or severe weather with this system, and it's going to gradually weaken and pull away by tonight and be on off the coast. Meanwhile, a storm system is going to be dropping down across Northern California today, and then it should advance east into the Great Basin by Saturday and towards the Four Corner regions on Sunday. Now, this next storm system will bring some much needed snowfall to the Sierra Nevada and also areas of the Wasatch and Utah further inland. Areas of light to moderate rain are expected for the lower elevations, including the Sacramento and San Jose valleys. By Sunday, the energy and moisture with this system will be advancing across areas of Arizona and Colorado. Now, that's going to bring increasingly heavy accumulation snowfall to those areas of the Mongolian Rim in Arizona and San Juan Mountains in southwest Colorado. Some areas locally are expected to see as much as 1 to 2 feet of new snowfall by early Sunday. Now, given this ongoing severe to exceptional drought situation for many areas of California and the broader southwest U.S., this next system, it's going to be very beneficial. Farther off to the east, a cold front sweeping across the Great Lakes region and the northeast. It's going to bring some much colder air down to the southeast and across the unfrozen Great Lakes. Now, this will drive locally heavy lake effect snow showers and squalls today, especially downwind of Lake Ontario, where some areas of the northwest New York state are expected to see some particularly intense snowfall. Now, this will especially be the case near the Tug Hill Plateau area. The lake effect snow should taper down gradually across the Great Lakes by tomorrow, with a cold high pressure dominating the weather across the border northeast part of the country for the remainder of the weekend. Now, what's going to make all the difference in the world, whether we get rain, whether we get a mix, or whether we get wet snow or plain snow, is going to be the temperature drop. And that temperature drop that's moving down from up north all depends on this low system right here. Now, this is the European model, okay? You can see everything in green. This is rain with snow. Rain with snow. Now, when you get over to the yellow looking, this is wet snow. Wet snow with some rain. That's what the European model is forecasting with the low down here, and the colder temperatures hadn't pushed down yet. It's quite different on the GFS model. Let's go take a look. I'm going to start on the 27th. Yesterday I said the 28th, still the 28th. Here's the low coming up down here through the Gulf Coast states. Remember, the dotted blue lines, cold air has pushed down. The red lines is still warm air. So we're going to move on up some now, and we're going to see what happens. You can see that cold air. It's like a nice day today for all of these areas. Very nice day temperature-wise today. Tomorrow, going to be a cold one for us. It's going to get colder. As you can see, this cold air starting to push down. When we go up another area, it's moving down a little further. Now here's this low pressure right here. And that's what is pushing up, and it will push out. That's what's stopping this cold air from coming down. But the low gets off the coast, and this high pressure, which is much more bigger and much more dominant, dips further down, as you can see, and comes up across North Carolina. And it does have some snow here. All this blue is snow here. And as we move on along, the low pulls off the North Carolina coast, and it's dumping snow from Norfolk, Virginia Beach, that area there, all the way down the North Carolina coast, with the exception Wilmington looking like mostly rain. Let's go check out and see what the actual snow model is showing. Now, this shows 6 hours, 6-hour increments of snow accumulation, okay? As you see, I have it set on the 27th at the 12Z run. We'll move it on across. Then around the 6Z run on the 28th, a little bit of snow started up here, around 1 or 2 inches right in this area of North Carolina. As we move on along, you can see that line I was trying to show you where the warmth is. Nothing's happening here right now. It's still a little to all of the northern counties of North Carolina and the southern counties of Virginia. Some of these 8 inches is what it's showing. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be 8 inches of snow in that area. What we're looking at is trending. Now, when I said earlier, it's kind of like tracking a hurricane. This is trending right now. By Monday, we will know what's what for the most part. Now, as we move on along, we can see now we do have snow down here where I live. Not a gracious lot, maybe 2 or 4 inches. Getting up around the Albemarle Sound, you guys could have 4, maybe 6 inches a little further north and right on the coastline of Virginia there. Yesterday it looked like Kitty Hawk may get some. I don't think Kitty Hawk will get any now. It might not. If it does, it'll be very little. But the snow is still there showing up, folks, on both the models, just in different forms. So we're going to have to wait and see exactly who gets what and how much. But it looks like we do have a chance of some coming. And that's a check of your weather today. I'll keep up on all of this for you. Please stay safe. And if it does snow, you know, we don't get a lot of snow here on the coast of North Carolina. If you are out in it, please be careful, because it will come either as a mixture with snow and rain, or just snow, possibly sleet, the whole mixed bag. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Have a good day, a safe day, a blessed day. Thank you so much for everything you do for me. Peace, love, and kindness to all, and thank you so much for watching.